Welcome to Bullets Nation, the podcast by Bullets fans for Bullets fans. I'm your host, Tracy Malone, a Bullets member since we came back into the league 10 years ago. In sporting teams, players change, coaches change, staff move on. We don't, Bullets fans, we're the constant. We've been here since the early days and we'll still be here when the next banner goes up. This is our space to talk about our team at length. No 30-second hot takes. We're here for real hoops chats. We love this club, we argue, we cheer. We ride every run and we carry every loss. So settle in and suit up. If you're Bullets family, you're home here. This is Bullets Nation. Let's tip off today, as always, by welcoming my co-hosts, Scott Husband and Cameron Porlock.
Hi, Tracy. Hi, Cam.
Hey, Scott. Hi, Tracy. Always great to see both of you.
Likewise.
Me too. Cam, start us off. Tell us about trivia.
Trivia Thursday. So, question this week was two players have won the Rookie of the Year award while playing for the Bullets. So, answer is John Rillie and Shane Heal. Yes, that John Rillie coaching the Perth Wildcats. I always hate any player that has played for the Bullets and then plays with the Wildcats.
Maybe.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, he didn't go Wildcats.
No,
He
he
said
didn't
Wildcats.
go Wildcats.
I was like,
Yeah,
anyone
Wildcats.
else?
No,
Vic Law.
and yeah, Vic Law. Vic Law. So congrats to Jason Chop Kaiser, I think that is, Kaiser, for being the first to comment with the correct answer. Well done.
Beautiful. So let's tip off now with our preview of the game. First game during the week was Thursday night over in New Zealand. How'd you see that one, Cam?
So rant incoming, and we all know what it's going to be about. Free throws. 54% for this game, and then a little better, but still not good enough at 67% on Saturday night. It's frustrating to see so many points being left behind in tight games. And I've said it before, they matter. And they make the blowouts that we have look, if we can make them, they make them look that little bit more reasonable. We did well getting to the line on Saturday night, 34 attempts. But they're just letting themselves down with all those misses. I will give Jalen Adams a pass for Saturday night's game. He was 8 of 10 for the night. Everyone else just needs to lift. And
Go back and practice.
Yeah, and hopefully with the no travel for the next, I think it's almost, 2 weeks, I think, before we travel again. Maybe not quite 2 weeks. Hopefully with that rest and they can get in and get a bit more practice in. They've got that performance center that they've got 24-hour access to. Get in and get those reps up. So that's my rant, and onto the game. Started off obviously horrendously, just extremely poor defense in that first half. Absolutely zero help defense for Terrell while he was guarding Menenga. Menenga's quick and agile for someone of his size, and yes, Ty's pretty good, but Menenga's that little bit quicker than him. Very different matchup. And the difference between that first half help or non-existent help and the second half was so telling. Menenga had 25 points in the first half, and then we kept him to 2 in the second. You could really see that help scramble defense getting back when he had Tyrell out a little bit further. He'd spin on him, go towards the bucket, and you'd see someone running in to wall up against him. And I think that was a big difference in that second half. The offense as well, a little bit stagnant in the first half. Maybe that was because of our defense being so poor. But they were also missing a lot of shots early, which both games were like that. And so for me in that game in particular, though, made that lead look a lot worse than what it probably was. And then the second half fight back, they didn't seem to be stressed or worried about anything being behind the way they were. They just got in, started defending the way they were meant to, chipped away at that lead. They got the stops, they ran their offense, moved the ball around, and the shots started to fall for them. Yeah, it was just nice to get one of those close wins. Really showed some toughness.
We were due for it.
Yeah, we definitely were. So yeah, it's just a shame that toughness disappeared a little bit on Saturday night.
Yeah, well, they
More on
certainly
that
took
later.
us on an emotional roller coaster, didn't they?
Yeah.
It felt like in the first half, they just ignored every talent of every player on the floor. It's like, big man, don't give it to him when he's in the key. We'll just give it to him when he's on the three-point line. Tane Murray, we won't set him up for a three-pointer at all. They just did not use their players at all. They didn't look to isolate Casey in any way. It was just terrible in every way. And everything was scrambling. It felt off in every way. And in the second half, they did the opposite. It was like two different teams. And I thought that they would have got a revving at halftime, but Stu Lash said in the press conference that there were just a couple of things to tidy up. I was like, geez, if that's a couple of things, I'm shocked.
What a contrast.
Yeah, because in the second half, they played to the strength of every man. Every man on the floor had their talent and they executed so perfectly to use the talent of each player out there. Their defense scrambled and their defense just went up in intensity. And I was thinking when it was getting close in that fourth quarter and we went on that run, I was like, they're about to show us who they really are. This is where we're going to see what kind of team we've got. Because it's one thing to make a comeback, but it's another thing to win. And you can go on a run and get close, and that makes it honourable and a good fight. And what a shame we lost, like Melbourne United. But it's another thing to win. And basketball is a game of runs. We all know that. And Brisbane had had a massive run, and it was New Zealand's turn for a run. And it was like, now they're going to show us. Are they going to let this run go or are they going to stop the run? And they stopped the run. And they did so many beautiful things to do that, especially when that final shot, when New Zealand had that final opportunity to shoot and they had those 3 shots and they just kept going and going and going. It was such a testament to them. And I'm so proud that they got to get that achievement for the work that they put in. So I'm really happy for them as much as I am for us. I wanted to highlight the minutes that they played because I was like, that was great. But we basically played 6 players, all at 29 or above minutes. I was very aware that we had to 48 hours later back it up and do it again. So that was a real concern for me. And I think when we have this kind of a thing, we're a really easy scout. Injuries lack of players, there's just not enough depth, not because we don't have the talents, but we don't have the depth through injury, and it makes it really hard.
Yeah, it certainly does. They did well to lift in the second half of that game to pare back the lead and then hit the front and then hold on to that lead. In the final minute, both ends, there was clutch plays, Lamar with that bucket, and then Tane and Ty at the other end hustling to get the stop.
Yeah, I really thought Tane's block, for me, made LP's game-winning shot and Ty's rim protection right at the end there. That was just great hustle for him to get back on that defense and make that block without failing. So amazing work, Tane.
Yeah, well done, Tane. And just on the player minutes, you put it in the context of a double header, and we've had a couple of those, and we can talk later about people have been commenting about certain teams getting a certain number of double headers, but it's hard to expect them to have so much left in the tank to back up again 48 hours later to play again. Big minutes, 48 hours later.
Yeah, I agree.
Not that I want to cut them too much slack, like you need to chip in and that, but 48 hours is 48 hours.
But you can only give it what you've got.
Yeah.
There's only so much gas in the tank.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Coming off an international flight, I did the maths on this weekend. The Bullets have travelled just over 23,000 Ks to start the season. And as you said, multiple 48-hour turnaround games. I'm not sure even Perth and New Zealand have done that yet. And they're the teams who probably travel more than any other team over the course of a full season. I've had a bit of a go already on Romy Chowdhury, owner of Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. Stop your whinging about the NBL scheduling. The Bullets have had it pretty rough to start the season. You could possibly argue this is part of the reason for these injuries we are having, and you've not really heard them complain about it and use it as an excuse. Really,
I don't want to excuse him, but like it's obviously for the Phoenix audience when he's posting that.
I know.
Cut him slack. But also, hey mate, you're in Southeast Melbourne and you don't have to travel as far for a throwdown.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's true too. Well, not only are we doing the kilometres, but as we've mentioned, We have 7 48-hour turnarounds this season. So
Yeah.
in the Bullet supporters group, Maddie MP did some research. Thanks, Maddie. You've made this chat much easier.
Good shout, Maddie.
He went and looked at the roster, and the number of 48-hour backup games this season, Perth has 3. Melbourne has 4, Sydney and Adelaide have 5, New Zealand has 6, Brisbane, Southeast Melbourne have 7, Tasmania have 8, and Cairns and Illawarra have 9. I would say Cairns would be the dirtiest team out of this one because they've got a long way to get to any other team.
Yeah.
It really goes to show, doesn't it, who gets favoured when it comes to rosters.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And we've got to take all this into account. We can't just go, they were hopeless because they didn't do the thing. This is what we're here for, to talk about all this.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about this, Scott, when you asked us in the episode against Perth, did our offense win or was their defense terrible? And I'm segueing this into our game versus Southeast Melbourne on Saturday. It was very clear that their defense won them that game. Full stop.
Yeah, it's quite a contrast. So, yes, I did notice. And my read of the 2 results is there's one opponent is coached by Josh King and the other one isn't.
And
one
and that's a
preaches
really
hustling
good point.
defense.
Yeah.
And the other one.
And everyone knows when you hear the word Josh King, the name Josh King, everyone goes high intensity defense, full court, whole game. That's it.
Yep.
He made that very clear from the very start. He pushed his intention, or he made his intention clear on his players. This is the kind of team I run. And so if somebody's looking to go to a team and they're not doing that, they're not a Josh King kind of player. And so that's what's really interesting about this team. And I'll say it again at the end. I want to know what their identity is. We don't have a Stu Lash identity and we don't have a Bullets identity yet. Stu Lash said, did you put that's right. And so that's what I'm waiting. I'm really waiting to get to that because I can't see it yet. And so I'm going to keep saying this until I can find it because I'm really interested to see who we're going to be. It's not a criticism. It's a curiosity. We need to find that. We need to keep looking for that and keep going for that. And it will come. It will absolutely come. So I wanted to make note again of the Jacob Holt-sized hole in our team. The rebound count in both of those games. We gave New Zealand 17 offensive rebounds and Southeast Melbourne 26.
Way too many.
SEM out-rebounded us 40-52. That is gaping. We all saw that game. They lost their defensive powerhouse in John Brown III. That was your problem player, Scott. And I was like, oh, he's gone. The 2 techs. I was so excited. Yeah. For good reason, for very good reason. He shut Casey down. He did a great job. And that is no easy thing to do. Very hard to do that. And so when he went off, I got excited, silly me, because they went up a notch. Every other player just got even more intense on their defense in the game. They really did. They manned up. So they've got a really good culture of how dare you, we play for him now. So they've really got that underdog thing going. But after he did go off, we went on a run. We actually were going on a bit of a run, and then Toei got injured and we just flailed and deflated. And I just saw the whole team. We didn't have the legs for the run once he went off. Adam, the court announcer, was doing such a great job telling them how many times they've come back and how they've come back late in the game from so many points down. But there just was no gas in the tank for the men, the players, to actually do it. So I did have a bit of a question around that was, why did Tane, when I was looking at the stats, why did Tane Murray take 2 3-pointers? He got them both in. He was 100% from the 3-point line. Why is he not taking more? What's going on here?
Is it coaching? Is it Jalen Adams not looking for his options? Or is it both?
Yeah, I'm not too sure where that is. I think Phoenix did a really good job in making it hard for us to get good looks on that 3-point line.
Yeah, credit to Phoenix.
Yeah, we only had, I think it was 6 or 8 attempts at halftime, which we had 0 makes. And we finished the game with 22.
Still to halfway through the third quarter, we were 0% from the 3-point line.
Yeah. So, I think we ended up making 5 of 22. But a lot of those looks weren't good looks. They were either too early in the shot clock. We were running on the offense, just one pass shoot, or late in the shot
Stu
clock.
preaches against. He says one pass offense is not what we are.
Yeah. Or just late in the shot clock when, we had nothing else going because Phoenix's defense was that
Suffocating.
suffocating. That's the word, good word.
It
And
is.
so we just had nothing else. I will say we had a look earlier this weekend at our 3-point shooting, and we actually take the least amount of 3-point attempts per game in the entire league. In terms of percentage, we're actually middle of the pack. So we actually aren't that bad of a 3-point shooting team. We just don't take enough. And I don't know whether that's to do with the way our defense is lacking. And so our offensive run and gun style that Stu preaches, he likes it fluid, he likes it fast and paced. And when that's not going for us and we don't seem to have those plays to run, they seem not to know what to run and how to get those looks open. And so I don't know whether that's a big part of that and whether they
Well,
need
we
to
know
go
it's not
back.
going into the post.
Yeah,
It's
well,
not, we're
no.
dominating in the post. That's why we're not taking 3-point
Yeah,
shots. So what the
no.
hell is going on?
Yeah. So
Exactly.
I think something needs to be looked at there because we need to be either, as you said, getting it into the post and getting it through tie or making plays that open up our 3-point shooting players. We've got some really good 3-point shooters. Why aren't we utilizing them enough?
Yeah. And great teams do. That second half of the New Zealand game and that game against Perth, it makes such a difference when you
Yeah.
can line your shooters up and get
Yeah.
some in, and it opens the floor up so much. I noticed in the third quarter of this game that just after Toei went off and we were on that little bit of a run, and then the run stopped and Southeast Melbourne started taking over again, we had both Lamar Patterson and Casey Prather on the bench. And I'm like, I don't understand what's going on right now. I am so confused. Is this not the time where we're meant to be giving a push? And my best guess was minutes. It must be so hard to manage minutes
It's got to
and
be.
reduce the chance of even more injuries. Well, we could have had them
Yeah.
on then, Tracy, but then what do we do for the rest of the half? Because we can only play
Yeah.
them so many minutes a game without more injuries happening. And I really do get that a lot of these injuries are not anyone's fault as such, but the bodies we have will soon show signs of overuse injuries if we can't get bodies back. I'm starting to get really concerned about what I'm seeing about the players that we've got left. Last night we had Toei, that was another injury. I thought it was a shoulder because he ran off with his arm so straight. And Cam's like, I think it was a finger. And I'm like, but he's holding his arm like straight down. Wouldn't you be holding your hand if it was a finger?
Yeah.
And so Jalen Adams is wearing a vibrating back brace when he was on the sideline. He was wearing it after the Perth game, after the Brisbane game, and during his subs in the Brisbane game. And so that's why I'm seeing those free throw shots hit the front of the rim. I'm like, it makes so much sense now, is that he's not getting that extension through his lower back if he's got tension down there. And Dukas is obviously still limping, and he was limping during the game. There is no fluidity in his run. And it really makes me wonder what's happening in like the zeitgeist of this organization to be attracting so many injuries for the past 6 seasons.
Yeah. Yeah, so on the Prather Lamar thing being off, obviously perhaps just minutes and just trying to make sure that they've got enough in the tank to get them through the game, just in case they had that chance to make a run back. But I did feel they were probably off just that fraction too long. And then we are definitely carrying more injuries than we're being told. We found out before the game, we know those out. He's 10 to 14 days, I think 14 days max away is what Mel said. Holt is another month.
I know.
Which
They said 4 weeks, and now we're like another
they
4 weeks.
they said 4 weeks 3 weeks ago, and now he's another month. Smack's a couple of weeks after Nordo, so we're guessing him and Holt may return around the same time.
And Holt did give us a game day, and he said the 20th of November.
Yeah. Yes, and he is back training with the team, so that's a good sign there. And as you've said, Dukas is clearly having troubles with that ankle. From where I sit, I could see him when he came off in the third quarter, I think it was, and he walked out behind the calls bar. And
I saw that too because I was sitting
yeah,
behind you, Cam.
yeah, and you could see him sit down and he's rubbing down behind the back of the ankle, so more in that sort of Achilles area. So I'm
That
worried that
worries me.
concern.
yeah, I'm worried it's a bit more in that area than the actual ankle. Hopefully not. And it is just, and maybe I know with sometimes the ankle you can get a bit of pain in there, but I did ask him how he was going after the game, and he said it's getting there, but it's definitely causing him some issues. I also asked Jalen about his back, if it's an issue for him at the moment, hence the back brace while off the court. And he said it is getting there day by day as well, but it's still clearly causing him some issues. And I think I mentioned that last week that it looked like with his shooting, not just free throw, although it was that free throw last week that I was like, oh, maybe his back is playing up. And so, yeah, maybe that's why he's not shooting the ball as much or looking to shoot as much.
That would totally make sense.
Yeah.
Because his shots aren't wild. They're not off. They're just
No.
they're pulling short each time. He's front rimming every single one of them.
Yeah. So,
There's been, a few of those.
Yeah.
If it's not going in.
And now looks like Toei's out with finger. Don't know whether it was a dislocation or not. But I know the way you said the way he ran off looked like a shoulder. I thought he may have not just dislocated, maybe the webbing in the fingers or something, because I thought I saw them bring out the blood stuff on the court. So I think maybe that's why he ran off the way he did. Certainly looked like he was in a bit of pain with it. I've heard that's possibly out. He's possibly out for a couple of weeks with that. So that's going to suck. We are undermanned, and we've clearly got guys playing with these injuries, and they're not really getting that rest between games that they need. So hopefully, now that we've got a few home games, they get a bit more rest.
I actually asked Nordo, I said, how's the rehab going? He said, oh, yeah, it's good. I said, I miss seeing you on the court. He said, yeah, I miss being on the court. I think he's a bit just jack of not playing.
Yeah. Yeah. I asked him the same thing. I think he's a bit over of getting asked as well. I think everyone asks him the same thing. And Smack said he's tracking pretty well too. So that was good. I asked him how that was as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So just with the turnarounds and that, like Southeast Melbourne, they had a game on Thursday, same as us. But unlike us, we travelled first and they travelled second. And so I do wonder if that's more conducive to like team conditioning. And they were at full strength, obviously, so that they have that in their favour. And
they had a whole ton of things going in their favour.
Also, I do want to emphasise, we knew this. We knew it would be tough. It would be a tough matchup. So we just had to give it everything, and it still wasn't enough, unfortunately.
Yeah. And Scott, did you see that the only player in plus minus in that home game was Jack Purchase?
Yes, the plus minus for Jack. I saw that 8 minutes and 47 seconds was his game time, and he did everything that's asked of him. Do they need to find more minutes for him? That's one question I have. And the other question is, well, is the plus minus a useful or useless stat? Because, I just, in that game, if he's on there for a short time, do you guys think he genuinely made a positive impact? He sank 1 3-pointer. Do we need to get him the ball more? And is it part of
what I really liked
rotation?
Was his length. This is why I love home games. Everything is so different when you're looking at them at home. And I really loved
you can see the whole court.
He brought to the court offensively and defensively. I was like, oh my God, why is he not just getting more time? This kid has some length. He has some skills. He can stretch the floor. There's a lot going on here that I like. So I would like to see him get a bit more time.
Especially
because we've got so many injuries and so many players that have.
That's what I was just about to say.
Rest.
With those injuries, with Dukas carrying that ankle, maybe reduce his minutes for that game and give Jack.
Played just under 20 last night.
We've got Dukas and Toei.
Dukas.
I think we spoke about this last night. Jack can probably play the 2, 3, or 4.
He's the right size for a 4 or even a small ball 5, which you don't want to do more than a few minutes, but
he's quite but he's got that build that he can go play those sort of the guard spots as well if he wanted to.
He has the build of a 3-4.
So definitely looked like he stretched the floor more when he was on. So I think last night was a good example of where he probably should have got more minutes, while Dukas probably wasn't at his full fitness.
It's not a easy thing to just map out this whole rotation for X number
Yeah.
of players. It's not
Yeah.
beer and Skittles. I get that.
Yeah.
I am disappointed in the result. I'm disappointed in the margin. I'll try not to bang on and gibber too much about that.
Yeah.
But in the context of injuries, it's the second of a double header, and we've talked about some teams seem to have more than others, 48 hours apart. Tracy, as you mentioned, some teams do their scout and they do it right, and you don't have to be a rocket scientist to target like whoever it is to do what's necessary to get the stops and get points against whoever
We
you're
are
playing
a
against.
very easy scout right now.
Yeah, so it's not hard
Very
right now.
easy scout. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Teams know we're undermanned. They know we've got a tough schedule. What do? They're full court pressing us and they're coming out with these blowouts. So they're just like Southeast Melbourne last night. They just wore us down knowing that our guys were eventually going to tire. So
When they were defending, they were wearing us like a skin or like
Yeah.
a very well-fitted
court.
suit.
Yeah.
We were
Yeah.
wearing
Full
that.
court.
Yeah. The entire
Yeah.
way.
Full court.
Yeah.
Yep, totally. They're in a Will Valla tailored suit. Before we get to our next 2 home games next week, a little bit exciting going on there, let's talk about our game day experience because we've had 3 home games now. And I do want to say that the membership experience is definitely an upgrade. It has been fantastic. I met Cash, who runs, and Cam and I, you weren't quite there yet, Scott, who was in the members bar and introducing herself. So
All right.
the members, staff, 4 members are up there, they're mingling, they're introducing themselves. They want to know if you've got any problems with the seed or experience or anything like that, please get in contact with us. And so that is fantastic. And I said, look, it's such an upgrade on what it was last season. So thank you. It's a testament to them. My experience of game day, because I've sat with it now, the excitement of the first one, and now we're in game 3 and it's, oh, hold on a second. The dancers this season are great, but why are they not dancing at the start of the game? And I'm not loving the music that they're using, and I think they've danced maybe once during it. We've lost that amazing event. There was this huge event that happened at the start of the game, and it was the dancers were out on the floor. Boom was part of the experience. There was dancing, there was the video that played up on the screen, and then Adam introduced the players. It was this whole big, beautiful thing, and I do not like what it is now. It is the dancers come out of the floor and they just stand in a line waiting for the players to come out. We watch a video of the guys jogging around Brisbane and ending up at the stadium. And then some American voice, pre-recorded voice comes on to announce the players while Boom's standing up on top of the truck with a thing in his hand. And I'm just like, oh, it just doesn't have the same feel to it, does it? It doesn't feel as polished or as professional as it did last season. What do you guys reckon?
Where's Boom?
Yes.
Boom
That's
kind of disappears.
that's a
doesn't-
good
don't
question.
they? I
Yeah.
don't want to say he.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, my mum mentioned that on the drive home. She's just, you don't see Boom anymore. And I think we may have discussed last night. They've got the Boom Squad. Has the Boom Squad replaced Boom?
Surely not.
Surely not.
It's not the same.
No. So yeah, I don't like the opening video and stuff with the voiceover. I don't like the voiceover.
It's not right.
Yeah, I've said it since the first home game that
Why
I
would you
didn't like
replace
it.
Adam's
Oh,
voice?
I know. I want to see him back announcing it. The energy that he brought to that is just it's missing with
Is
that
it Adam that
recorded.
does like when he reads out the names, he does that like long pronunciation?
Yeah.
Casey, brother.
Yeah.
That's Adam, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just not the same.
No, the recorded voice is just lacking that same energy. And even the volume of it, it's actually lower. I think it was the first home game, and I'm like, they need to turn Adam's mic up. And then I realized that no, that's not Adam. That's a pre-recorded thing. I'm like, oh, I don't like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'd like to see that. I just on the Boom Squad as well. I'd like to see them starting the chants a bit more as well. You've got the Boom Squad down there. Let's use them.
That's
And
a great idea.
get the defensive chants going, get the let's go Bullets, let's go type thing going.
Also
Give
on
them a leader
free
and a
throws,
license.
Yeah.
Give
You
them
need
3
made
litres and
free
a
throws need to
license.
be whoosh.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. The hands up thing. And that's when that first got brought into Brisbane way back in
Years ago.
1989.
Yeah.
I won't go into, I know how that started. But yes, that it was a hands up and yeah, whoosh when the like type thing when the ball went in. And the whole crowd did it. And so that I'd like to see that brought back, but they haven't done that in a long time. Yeah, let's get the Boom Squad doing a bit more down there, getting chance going. I tried, I think it was the Jack Jumpers game. It was dead quiet at one point, and from where I'm sitting, I started the defensive chant, and I'm not meant to be yelling a lot because it causes eye pressure issues with me. And
Yeah.
I was screaming that out to get it going because it needed, and I sit way too far back to get that going that often.
There used to
I
be
don't.
somebody who sat in gold who had that booming voice who had started. Is he still here?
He is. So he used to sit right in front of me at Nissan Arena on the court side, right up against the court, and he is still down there, but even he's not doing it as much anymore. For me, that's just the entertainment center. It's so hard to get that going when it's just you alone. You need a group of people to
Yeah.
get that going.
Or you need a great court announcer, a great roving microphone court announcer. I wonder where we could get one of them. Oh my God, where is Johnny Drama? We are starting a hashtag. We are starting a movement. Bring Johnny Drama back. We spoke about these guys after the first home game and we were just hoping it would get better. We gave some tips and different things to do. Now, I need to say this very clearly. I am a massive champion of women. So this pains me so much to have to say this. It's why I didn't come out and say it the first game. I gave them enough time to warm into it, but I'm not sure where these two come from. We had Nashi before, and everyone was like, oh my God, where's Johnny Drama? The crowd, Nissan Arena crowd, we were close, we were loud, but he could not get us standing up doing anything. Nobody connected with him at all from day one. It just didn't work. Adam had to do that part to get us moving. I don't think that Brooke has any courtside entertainment experience in that. If she does, I just don't know. It's not working for me. It doesn't feel as professional, it doesn't feel as polished, and I don't feel like they've got any connection with the audience like Johnny Drama had from day one.
Yeah, I thought Nashi last year when he was doing it while he was filling in for Johnny was okay. I thought with maybe more
I did.
time and experience, like he wasn't great, but
Yeah.
I thought he did an okay job being that it looked like he was brought in last minute. That's what it felt like. And so I
Do
was
you
okay.
think he's improved this season?
No, no. And that's,
Yeah.
I was hoping that maybe with some training and experience under his belt, he would be. But the two of them, for me, it's not working for me at all.
Yeah.
I turn off now.
Yeah, same. I don't engage at all. Not that they do much to engage anyway. I want to know why the change was made. I want to know what actually happened here. Did Johnny choose not to come back? Is Johnny, I'm never coming back. I can't stand the Bullets. See you all later, fans. And then it's, oh, well, we're just going to have to
Don't
put up with
think
this.
so, but
Did he ask for too much money? Did he put his prices up? Did he price himself out of the market?
surely
Did
not.
the Bullets organisation choose to go in another direction? I really want to know. The only reason Johnny should not have been brought back was because he didn't want to be here.
Yeah.
Like for 10 years, he has created a professional and inspired game time experience. He has been a part of that team. He loves basketball. He knows what he's talking about. He knows how to engage people. This is a job that he does. If you follow him on Instagram, he is doing this all the time. He is a legendary MC and works so well with crowds. His chemistry with Adam is always spot on. The two of them, it was always Adam and
Yeah.
Johnny. Always
Yeah.
Adam and Johnny. And remember when Bogues said that Brisbane fans were a bit of a different breed? Sydney came up here last season and beat us by 30 points. And he said, and all the fans walked out smiling. And this is because of the game day experience. It's because we went and had such a good time. We had all the chemistry. Johnny and Adam were family. It all made sense. It all was fantastic. And we could walk out smiling, going, oh, well, there's another game
It's
lost.
the most natural thing
What
in the
can we
world,
do?
Johnny and Adam.
Yeah.
It really is. And
Yeah.
I'm all for change when things don't work. I'm a massive lover of change. I'm like, well, let's try it and see if it works. But there was nothing wrong with Johnny and Adam. So I really want to know, why is he not there? And if this was like an experiment, we want to go in a different direction, try something new, why? Because it was working so very well and now it is broken.
Yeah.
And they're easily the best in the business. I haven't seen anyone at any other game, any other sporting event I go to, other than NBL one when Adam's doing it, who are as good as these two guys and these two guys together.
Does
And,
he do
you
the
know,
Wizards or the Capitals?
Gold Coast.
Oh,
I
the
don't know if he
Rollers.
does a Brisbane team. Yeah,
Gold
yeah,
Coast
yeah. I
Rollers.
haven't seen
Yeah,
him in
Gold
NBL one because
Coast.
I haven't
No,
been
that makes
there,
sense.
but
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
but I've
fair
seen
enough.
Johnny do a few other things. And thanks to all the people who came and said hi at the game. That's a great thing. The whole reason I started this
Yeah, thanks.
podcast was to build
Yeah.
community. And I love that this is happening. So please keep coming up and saying hi. What's really interesting is the question I got asked the most: where is Johnny Drama and why isn't he coming back? Tracy,
Yeah.
can you find out for us? Where is Johnny Drama and why isn't he coming back? And I kept getting asked. So I was like, all right, I'm on it. I'm going to find this out because I'm with you all. I want to make a movement. Bring Johnny back. Bring Johnny back. And I'm going to say it until we get Johnny back. Or we get a reason as to why he's not here. And it's a Johnny reason, as I don't want to be here because I need to parent my kids or something, those gorgeous twins. And so I spoke to you guys about it at the game. After the game, I was like, people are
Yeah.
asking me, I think we need to do this thing. We need to talk about Johnny. And then I got home and I opened Facebook, and in the supporters group that somebody's put a post up saying, we need to bring Johnny back. What is going on? We need to bring Johnny back. And I'm like, see?
Start a
And these are people
petition.
that I
Yeah.
didn't speak to.
Yeah. I had a
And
good chuckle
so
when I saw that.
yeah, it's in the atmosphere of the
Yeah.
Bullets fans, and we're very serious about this. Marnie came on there and said, "Let Adam," because I was like, "I'm bringing it up in the podcast. What do you want to say?" Marnie said, "The pre-recorded guy is terrible. Bring back Adam. It all seems blah. Nobody listens to pre-recorded stuff. Does anyone listen with a pre-recorded thing on an airplane with the safety thing? No, and it's because it's pre-recorded and
Yeah.
it's very boring." Okay, so what she then said was, same side of court and the boom squad end are the only places the giveaways go to. Only 2 shirts have come over the player bench side. Very upsetting for the kids.
Yeah.
The between game events seem to drag on, which is, I guess, is great for the 2 sponsors, but then the cheer squad only gets 2 dancers in for an entire night. And an anonymous participant came in and said they need to ask themselves how they were able to sell out Nissan Arena and move to Boondall with the on-court performances they deliver on every year. It was because of the package, the game day presentation, all those elements made for a fun time. Not anymore. I hope they changes quick smart, or I fear we will be back to Nissan Arena. So someone else commented that the team needs to play better to have a better game day experience. And somebody came in and said, last year we sucked, but game days had a better vibe. So we keep going on about this. I think because Johnny seemed to generally care and he knew the game. He also had such good banter and it seemed real and genuine, probably as they became mates, him and Adam. So
Yeah.
it was just more natural. And Johnny just has a natural charisma and a professionalism to know what he's doing.
Yeah. Yes. I agree with everything that everyone has said. I do have a question around the dancers because I saw last night on the Silver Bullets Facebook page where they actually put up, and it was Errol who you interviewed previously on an episode, and it was actually Errol speaking. It sounds like they actually own the name Silver Bullets. And so it sounds like our dancers are no longer called the Silver Bullets.
No, they're called Brisbane Bullets Cheer Squad.
Oh, okay.
I have been messaging with Errol and he
Okay.
said it was his choice not to come back.
Okay.
And yeah, and he just said, how's it going? I said, look, the dances are great.
Yes. Yeah.
Music's not, activations aren't, like everything else, no good. But the dancers themselves, I think they're great.
Yeah.
I really do. I don't have a complaint at all with the dancers. I think they really are wonderful. They have beautiful presence and Whatever they're
Yeah.
doing out there is good, but everything else, I'm like, what is this song?
So that also raises, does that mean that the person in Boom is now no longer the same? And
It does.
yeah, and maybe they're not quite as a skilled a dancer as the previous Boom.
That he was a gymnast.
Yeah,
We were getting backflips all over, not like
yeah,
gymnast, but he was backflipping. He was out there doing all the cool things. Now
yeah.
we're like, I don't think I've seen Boom other than
No,
standing up the top,
yeah,
waving things around.
which is a shame because I think that added part of the atmosphere, having Boom out doing all of that stuff. Yeah, maybe that they
Yeah.
need to fix
No
that up as
t-shirt
well.
cannons. No, there's just nothing going on.
Uh,
It's really downgraded massively.
yeah,
And so if you expect people to pay and get there, you need to change some stuff.
yeah,
All right, let's move along a little bit. I'm not getting off that train though. I'm staying on that train, let me tell you. Because you can't expect greatness even if the team wins, it's maybe I just stay at home and watch it on TV.
yeah.
Next week we've got 2 home games, still a 48-hour turnaround, but it's at home.
There's
So
that.
we've got Cairns on Thursday night and Sydney on Saturday night. And I was thinking about who really needs to step up. And there's something I really wanted to say right now. We understand why we haven't won a home game yet. We've put all the things that are reasons why. So it is for decent reasons. But right now, every team knows that the Brisbane Entertainment Centre and Bullets home court is not a fortress. It's an easy win. You can just go up there, beat Brisbane in Brisbane. Crowd doesn't care that much. Game day
Scheduled
experience, whatever.
W.
The crowd's not even happy. They all leave at middle of fourth quarter. So I'm calling on the Bullets to pull from somewhere deep and change that next week. It really is so important to create a home experience for yourselves and plant your fortress at home. Otherwise, it's just going to get harder and harder and harder. They will have all week at home in their own
Yep.
beds. Get to training, no travel. So I backed us in last night. You guys were there. I'm like, we are winning. I said, we are winning. That's it. I've got all the vibes. We're getting a win tonight. And everyone who I said that to was like, sure, Tracy, great. We'll see. So I was wrong. I was so wrong. But I'm going to back us in again for these next 2 games. Cairns and Sydney. I see no reason other than a plethora of injuries again why we can't do it, but we're going to have the rest. And Bullets, you are creating an identity for who you are on the floor right now. I said it at the start, and yes, it does take time, but right now, it's a team easy to beat at home. That's the identity of the Bullets.
Yeah.
Undermanned, underperforming. You'll get a good game out of them every now and then, but when they have that double header on a weekend, that second game, we can get them. So is Sydney worried about coming up here to beat us? God, no. They're going to see us as an easy win on Saturday. Cairns, it'll be an interesting one, but Cairns always step up against us in the sunshine stoush.
They always do.
I want to see the identity move
Yep.
from we're an easy team to beat at home. You have no excuses next game. We've got our new import. I'm crossing my fingers and toes of an auto to be maybe back for one of those. Tohi will be out. But I want these wins for you and your identity. Show us who you truly are. Stamp your identity on this game at home while we're there to support you. However, we had a crowd on Saturday night of 5,244 people. Saturday night, family-friendly time, player signings after the game, very low numbers. Do you know when we had our biggest numbers? Game number 1.
Yep.
And I just don't believe that it's player performance and team performance that people are not going for. So if you want to raise those numbers, make it a better day. Make it a better experience. The member experience is great. We've paid for our tickets. We've paid for our seats and we're going to be there, rain, hail or shine. But other people aren't. If you don't get Johnny back, get Johnny back. If it was an experiment, I think it's failed. And teams start winning at home. We know all the reasons why you can't, but turn it around.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think besides us and New Zealand, Cairns are the team that are definitely struggling the most.
Will Jack McVeigh be back next week? Does anyone know? Please say
No,
no.
not sure. Yeah, if someone can let us know, because I think he's a game by game decision. So I hope for our sake that he's not back, just because that makes life just that touch a little bit easier. But we
On the
know
NBL website, does it just say to be confirmed?
I haven't even seen on that. I just know from
There's a page on there somewhere with
commentators.
a list for each club.
Okay, I'll have a look. But I think he's been game by game decision is
Yep.
from what I was hearing in the media. Yeah, but we know Ford always gets Cairns up for these games against us. It's just he doesn't like us, we don't like him, and so he gets them ready to go.
Round
It'll
7. Sorry. Round
okay,
7.
round 7. Okay,
For
sweet.
Nordo.
For
No,
McVeigh.
for
Oh,
McVeigh.
okay.
McVeigh. Well, that's next round because this was just round 6.
Nordo is due back at round 7 as well.
Yeah.
God damn it. Mitch
So
Norton, knee, round 9. So on the website, Nordo, round 9.
Obviously updated that.
yeah,
They've revised
Yeah.
it.
yeah,
McDaniel, ankle 11. Jacob Holt, to be confirmed.
yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Dakota Matthias play. We got to meet him in the members bar on Saturday night. Seemed like a very nice guy. I know he comes highly recommended from across the leagues he's played in. He can score the ball extremely well. And so hopefully he can spread out our backcourt a bit more and we can get those really good looks that we're desperate for. He's also known for creating the right plays when needed and making the right reads. That's something that they're really all of the reports on him, they're really high on that with him. He's got a really good basketball IQ.
And he can play 1 to 3. 1 through
Yes.
3. Mm.
Yeah. And yeah, he's also pretty solid defensively. I don't think that's been mentioned, but I know from what I've read on him, he was all defensive team when he was in the Big Ten conference. So
Excellent.
that should help shore up some of those deficiencies we have in our backcourt. And then Sydney, they're being a bit up and down themselves. They're struggling from the 3-point line. It's not just their attempts, it's their percentage. They are the worst in the league at their makes. We just need to lock in on them on the defensive end. Ensure Tyrell's getting a bit of help on Suarez because he's one of those that likes to step out a little bit. I think we saw that a bit once again on Saturday night that we're not helping Ty on that end, getting back and with that help defense with him for those types of players. And both games are winnable. Am I going to say we're going to win both? No, I'm not. I will have both of them to lose in my tipping comp because I do that intentionally, hoping that they win the games.
Yeah.
I'm sacrificing
similar.
Reverse psychology.
Yeah, I am sacrificing my
Yeah.
tipping competition, although I'm leading most of my comps.
Against them and hope to be wrong.
I hope I am wrong,
I'll bet.
but I will keep tipping against
Yeah,
them.
you are leading the tipping when you go against them consistently. That's so sad.
Yes, really sad.
Yep.
What do you reckon, Scott? Are we going to win them? What do you see?
Just crossing my fingers, Trace, just that
Yeah.
we don't get any more injuries. Like Cairns, you know what it's been like with Cairns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go up a level, like Sobe went up a level.
Yes.
So it's
Didn't he give
intrastate
Brisbane a little
rivals.
what for? Yeah, and Cairns always just play better. They just do.
Yeah.
All right. So I've got us winning. You've got us losing.
Well, we split
Scott's
this
got-
weekend.
Scott's got
I'm
splinters
hoping
in
that
his
it's
bum.
at least a split again, but
Yeah.
it'd be amazing if they get both. But
Yeah, I think we'll
If we can
split it.
keep splitting until we get bodies back, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
yeah, that's leads me into subject we're about to touch on.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, nah. That all the peaks and troughs of the deep troughs and the peaks that are not that high of, we've had a couple of wins, but we've had a few losses. That we just have to ride these peaks and troughs until we all get healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I keep thinking about when everyone's the coaching experiment and things like that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you can't say it till we've got all players back.
Yeah.
At least our
yeah.
starting 5
Yeah.
on the floor.
Yep.
Yes.
And then starting 5 plus Nordo on the floor. And then we can start to go, we'll see whether we've got a great coach or not.
Yeah.
So let me frame it another way. It's just another way of framing it, but we can just be clinical and say that Els, Schmells, just give us a few more weeks, we'll be good. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
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 Optimistically.
Yeah.
And so the next reframing is we just need to suck it up and take a deep breath for a month.
I don't want to suck it up and take a deep breath.
Well,
I think there's still so
just a way
much
of looking
to
at it, though.
I know,
Yeah.
I get what you
Yeah.
mean, but I'm like, no, I don't want to. I want to see more.
Well,
I want, you know, what great teams do. You look at Melbourne got up over Adelaide today, just, and
Tassie
that's what
beat
great
Sydney,
teams do.
just.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Tassie beat Sydney just. It was a great day of basketball today. But
So suck it up and take it. I'm talking about like 23 points against the Phoenix last night. That I'm hoping that there's not too many of those.
yeah,
Well, that's a
and
second.
that's what I'm
blowout.
saying. I want to see
Really don't
what
want any more of
advantages
them.
we're taking out of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got to be,
What are
we've
the
still got to
positives?
be getting better. And I think we saw that against New Zealand. It's just, it's such a shame. And I don't want to, but I will keep saying, I don't want to say it's an excuse, but it is a reason as to why we're not winning at the moment. I can see clearly why we're not winning at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
not hard
there
to
are
find
pieces
reasons.
missing to the puzzle. And so these guys are training and they're doing one thing and they're going to play this, and then a piece gets injured and
Yeah.
then they
Yeah.
have to scramble again. So I just don't think they've had the time and the consistency that other teams have had. So I think we are going to
Yeah.
have to suck it up, and I don't want to. I don't
No,
want to.
none of us want
we're
to.
gonna have
Like in
to,
the
but I don't
presser,
want to.
Stu said the F word, fatigue.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and he said at the start of the season he was never going to complain, and he's already
And then,
complaining.
yes.
I was
well,
like,
is he complaining or is he just
Oh, see.
explaining?
Yeah.
Well, that's it. And he said, we're never going to use it. Everyone's got the same draw. We'll play anyone, anytime, anywhere. And I'm already seeing the cracks in that.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
showing
Yeah,
that. And there's nothing wrong with him saying it. But at the start of
No,
the season, I was like,
can't
good luck
blame
with that,
him.
mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
I'm
on the
cutting
same.
him.
Yeah, we just need to suck it up, but I don't want to.
A few more weeks.
Yes, yeah, I can do it. It's difficult. I'm on the same. I just think people need to back off on the lash thing. I know there's a lot of comments.
Yeah. Well, you need to keep on scrolling or just put your phone down or whatever it is to just ignore all those like hot takes, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, and I get it. They're seeing that and they're just like lash has to go, things like that. And so I get it. I know it's not looking great. We just need to remember all the outs we've got, everything else that we've spoken about in this episode, and go, we just need to get our team on that court, the whole team healthy and full before we go, let's get rid of Lash. But I definitely want to see those
down, everyone.
Yeah, I definitely want to see.
Except about Johnny Drama. We need to get louder about Johnny
that's
Drama.
notable.
Yeah, I definitely want to see our bench players taking that next step up. They've shown that they can do it, but they're not doing it consistent enough.
So who are you calling on this game?
Our bench, all of them, the whole bench, every single.
Left? Who's left?
So I'm guessing.
So
I'm
Dalton's
guessing.
going to have to get some time, and Purchase is going to have to get some time.
Yeah.
So who's starting alongside Adams? Is it Divas, not Murray?
Dukas started?
Yeah.
Or did Murray start?
Last night, I think Divas started.
Yeah, Divas started over Dukas because of the ankle.
Does that mean that Murray was like 6th or 7th in the rotation?
Yeah, he was 6th in the rotation. I definitely think the bench, Dalton, Purchase, if he can get minutes, Murray.
Cal is like Jacob's injury replacement.
Yeah.
But he's not playing that many minutes because they're using Tohi until he got injured.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to see them all just step up. That's what is making the difference with those top teams is their benches are performing when they're needed. And so that's what we need to be in the games consistently. I'm okay if we're dropping them and they're nice and close, but we need to be in them. We need to stop those blowouts. And I think we need the bench to lift for that to happen.
Yep.
I have one more. Yeah, no.
Okay. Oh, who are you calling on to step up first? I need your answer.
The whole playing roster to just like bring their A game on Thursday night and Saturday.
Who do you think didn't bring their A game that needs to bring their A game this time? Cam's called the bench. Who are you calling on? I called on they need to stamp their identity on it. They need to take pride in their home.
I think the starting five needs to ensure that we're not behind the 8 ball at quarter time.
There you go.
Yeah.
Cam's got the
There you
bench.
go. I've
I've
said
got the
it.
whole
Starting
team's
five,
got to take
like-
home, and you've got starting five. And they're all really
Bring
good
it, guys.
because there were no bad shots at the start of that game against Southeast Melbourne. We just missed them all. The whole
Yeah.
crowd was like, oh, just did all that work. Oh, it didn't go in. You could hear the groans everywhere.
Yeah.
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 All right. Yeah, nah. What are we closing up with tonight?
Yeah, no. All things considered, we're 7th. Even though we're 3 and 6, we're 7th. It's really not that bad. Yeah, no.
Not that bad. Yeah, not that bad.
When
Yeah.
you say that, when you look at the ladder, we're 7th. I was just looking at the ladder and thinking, because we've got another L and another L. But
Yeah. The thing we've got going for us is that Illawarra, Cairns, Perth, who else is
Sydney.
having problems? Sydney,
Sydney.
inconsistencies,
Perth are ahead
and
of
haven't
us.
figured it out yet either.
we're ahead
Yeah,
of
but they're
Cairns,
just
New
teams that
Zealand,
haven't
Illawarra.
figured it out yet. Yeah. So it's
Yeah,
not who
Perth
we're
have just
ahead
got
of,
a
just
new
those
replacement import.
inconsistencies. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're all right. Everyone else hasn't got it figured out yet,
Yeah.
except for those top teams. But there's enough teams that haven't got it figured out yet that I'm not worried yet.
Yeah, Perth let go of Mason Jones, G League MVP.
Yeah. I'm a yeah. And part of my reasoning for it would be, and I should have looked at this earlier, is where we were at last season at around the same time. I think we were pretty much in a similar sort of position or slightly worse. And then we figured things out and we started to go on that little run until sort of the fever break, I think it was. And we were looking really good. We pushed up into the 6 and things were starting to look good. And then everything fell apart with all the injuries. Whereas now I think we've got the injuries to start. And I think once that fever break sort of hits, by that stage, we'll have everyone back. And I think that's when we start to make our run. And there's still that time to do that. And yeah, so sitting 7th
My
means
concern
we're
is,
still in that position to do that.
I guess the counter argument, like my concern is, so 9 games out of 33, which leaves 24. And if you say, well, 17 wins, 16 losses would ensure a top 6 finish, we need to go 14 and 10 in the remaining 24 games.
I think with a full healthy team, that is doable.
Yeah.
With a full healthy team.
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
quietly
Yep.
hopeful.
Yeah. Because I can see it. I can see the pieces. I'm like,
Yeah.
in patches, it's like, I can see it. Now it just needs to come together, please. There's nothing there. I'm like, oh, that's a real problem. I don't see anything where it's, that was a bad signing. That's a real problem. We've got a big hole here. The holes I see are the people that just keep getting injured.
Yeah.
It's not the players themselves. And it's a scrambling that has to happen because players are getting injured as we go. But if Sam McDaniel comes back and gets one more injury, I'm going to go and juju his energy field and get whatever there is, little poltergeist out of there, because there's something going on there that needs to be cleared. We need an exorcism. That is not okay.
Yeah.
Find a local witch doctor.
So, that's me. I can do that. So, Scott's face just goes, you do what? I'm a woman of many talents, trust me. Okay, so that's it. 2 home games next week. I wonder if Johnny Drum will be back next week. Do you reckon he'll come back next week? Wouldn't it be great? My only other concern was we're going to get everyone back and then we'll go on the fever break. And then so we'll wait and see what happens. But we hope to see you at the games. Please keep coming up and saying hi. It is fantastic to build this community with you all. Thank you again, gentlemen. And we will see you all on the next episode of Bullets Nation.
From the river city under bright skies, where the hustle and heart always rise. One team, one voice, we're giving our all. Feel the rush, hear the crowd, Bullets Nation, we're strong. We're strong in